Joel, talk about evolving. Um, there's rumors out there, and take this with a grain of salt, but the writing has been on the wall. I've talked about it. We've discussed it before. Xbox.
Yeah.
So they allegedly had a rough year last year when it comes to console sales. So they were outsold 3-1 versus the PS5. Not to mention the Switch being a huge hit. Um, it all started with rumors that um, Hi-Fi Rush was coming out to a competitor system, which more than likely will Switch. And unfortunate because the Switch is the Switch, right? It won't be able to
Yeah.
do the same performance and graphic fidelity that you get out of an Xbox or a PS5. But nevertheless, if Hi-Fi Rush comes out on the Switch, I'll probably buy it straight up. That's a game that I was actually looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
So that said, following those rumors, there was an article out there, and then there was a couple articles out there. Even Forbes talked about it too. That Microsoft may be just abandoning the hardware and just straight up going publisher. They're doing the Sega, right? They're doing the Sega, but with money. So when Sega did this, they were broke. And now there's a huge difference, right? Um, I think, Joe, not because I'm a console war. Uh, I'm putting my businessman hat on right now. If I'm getting outsold 3-1, I have to spend millions in R&D for design, graphic, whatever the R&D process is for the Xbox controller, peripherals, whatever. What if I don't have to spend that money and still make all the money back
Mm.
by just letting my games be on PlayStation and Switch and PC, and we don't have to worry about warranties, we don't have to worry about batteries, we don't have to worry about systems, getting damaged, or we don't have to worry about shipping. It just makes too much sense, right? And now that they have all this gigantic library from Activision, all these other studios that they purchased in the last 5 years, it makes too much sense for them to make this choice, right? I don't, again, I'm not fanboying. I was like, we won the console wars. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I again, this could be a detriment to PlayStation because then PlayStation could get complacent and just screw us over with like bad policies. And just having that competition kept PlayStation in line, kept them in check. And that's something that I don't know how I feel about that. Could there be, is there, is there a place for a third console? Yes. Who's it going to be? I don't know. You know, I think that the plan is for them to just go straight publishing and not having to worry about it. I just don't think that they're not making any money selling consoles. You could buy an Xbox anytime, anywhere during the holidays, right? You could go to Costco that had Xboxes, Sam's had Xboxes, Target had Xboxes, Walgreens had Xboxes. Like everyone had Xboxes for sale during the holidays. Like you could go ask for one and you'll get one with crazy prices too. Like the prices were great, so they're losing money. And I think that they just want to move away from that. I don't know. If you did you hear the news? I think it was either this week or last week. Um, that that Microsoft is no longer making PC peripherals like mice and keyboards and all that.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
they're
That's for
gonna
real?
they're licensing it out to another. Hold on, to another builder.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Wow.
Hold on one sec.
So
So
they own the rights to, or they're making cash off of
It's
it, but someone else is developing them.
it's gonna be Microsoft branded, but someone else is gonna make it for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I
peripherals.
mean, Microsoft seems to be going that route where very partnership based.
Yeah. In case.
Okay.
So yeah. So it was announced Friday last week that In Case was gonna take over the manufacturing for the peripherals. They're gonna be Microsoft branded, but In Case is gonna make them.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, they could go the 3DO route. Hear me out, because the 3DO on paper was a great idea, but what if they go, hey Samsung, hey LG, hey Panasonic, you can make your own Xbox and we'll sell you the games, and that way they don't have to worry about having to make a console.
See, but wouldn't that cost them more? Like than just putting
Oh,
games on existing like a Switch and a PS5? Then
it
tell all
would.
those guys to make
They would
stuff?
still make money because I mean, this other companies would have to pay them for to use the Xbox name, but they can go.
But why would they be inclined to do it if Microsoft was already selling to make hardware themselves? Why are they going to make the hardware for these games? Like, what makes them buy that and
No,
say
no,
we
no. Well,
want to do this?
Microsoft is not going to make the hardware. They
That's what
can,
I'm saying.
so they don't
Like,
have to worry about dealing with hardware. They'll tell the these companies, or these are the specs. You build it,
but if
right?
I'm the company that they're coming at, I'm
Right.
asking, why do I need to make the hardware if you guys already didn't have success making hardware and it's selling? Why am I
Well,
going to make the hardware to sell?
that's a job for Mr. Samsung to figure out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm him, I'm saying like, why am I got you couldn't sell your hardware
Right.
with games.
Right.
Why am I gonna make it? And then you want to sell like why what
Because
is the benefit that I get out
Well,
of this
because you can
if
probably
it's
make it for cheaper than we did. Because you have
that's
the fact
probably true.
because you have the factory to do it.
Right. That's probably true. That's
So,
probably true.
I mean,
Samsung TVs built in
yeah,
by
dude.
Universal,
Built in Xbox on Samsung TVs.
maybe Microsoft still makes the controllers. They still have their
Yeah,
Xbox
sure.
controllers be their
Why not?
thing, and then like it connects with all these different
Yeah, it
devices.
was like a
But
universal
are we
controller. Yeah.
overcomplicating it? I just don't see a world where this
No,
works. I don't
I don't
see a
know.
world where this
It
works.
it I
I think
think
Game Pass still has to be it, bro.
well, Game Pass is it.
That's what I'm
Because they're
saying.
getting away from all like did like
But I think you're
they
gonna
already
have to
said
have a
it.
PC. You're gonna have to have a PC, and you're gonna have to get Game Pass, and that's gonna be your Xbox.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
that's the
think
thing.
this,
It's
and
like
maybe some Game Pass on like a Switch or on
on
PS5, and
PS5,
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Or the streaming one on TVs
Right.
or
I
Google
don't think there's any
TV.
world where they keep making hardware or have other people
I,
make hardware. It's hard for me to envision this.
well, they I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. Anything's possible, right? But this was me just thinking, just going
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
going out there wild.
I
It's like
like it.
because
Yeah.
LG did uh, a 3DO when they were a Gold
Yeah.
Star.
Yeah.
They did a 3DO. Panasonic did a 3DO. Sanyo did a 3DO. Like different companies like did 3DOs, and that's what the main point of 3DO was. Is like you make the hardware, you make the money on the hardware, we'll sell you the games, and you know that's win for everyone, right? It didn't pan out because the hardware was too expensive back then, and the games were 3DO had its limitations. It was a step further than what the Genesis and the SNES were at the time, and definitely the Jaguar. I think that the 3DO is a much superior system than the Jaguar. Problem was that when the PS1 like
Yeah.
rained on everyone's parade, dude. They announced that thing with that price and those games, dude. Freaking Tekken and Ridge Racer. Forget about it. It's done. Yeah. So I think that was they would have been more success. I think everyone would have been more successful if PlayStation didn't happen, but it happened, right? And here we are. So just going back to it, I think that It's tough again because I there's got to be someone to keep PlayStation in check. I think Sega's in a position where they could release something as a third console, but they're probably not going to be able to compete
Hmm.
with either PlayStation or Nintendo, right?
Hmm.
I think a lot of people, myself included, will buy a Sega brand. What if Sega takes Xbox and makes the Sega Xbox and they just play Xbox Game Pass on it? I would buy it. I would, you know what? That's all you need for me. That's all you need for me to buy an Xbox. Just release a Sega branded Xbox and I'll buy it. But
Just put the sticker on it, the name.
just put,
Oh, it's
put on the box. All you gotta put on the box. You gotta make it look
I'm gonna
nice,
make some kind I'm gonna make some kind of some kind of meme out of this. I'm
dude.
telling you, bro.
You're gonna buy me a
Xbox?
you're
Nah.
gonna buy me a
And
Series S and put a Sega sticker on it and give it to me.
he's gonna be like, I
Here's your
love it.
here's your Xbox. Here's your Sega Xbox. Dang it.
Sega box.
You're just so right though. But
Sega
but yeah,
exclusive.
man. I mean, do you think this thing tracks? Do you think this is a possibility? I think it is. We talked about it in the past, but based on the information that we got out this week, the information about MK's making the peripherals and them kind of moving away from this making stuff, what do you think?
I think this is 100% valid. What exactly happens? I don't think many predictions are going to be that accurate, except for the fact of I still believe the death of consoles for Xbox is coming. Either they're going to downgrade or they're going to altogether just cut it. They have to do something very radical to survive. But the mere fact that Forbes, this is where we're referencing this, by the way, guys.
Right.
This is Forbes putting out this article piece about all the sources and information that they put together about the third party rumors around Xbox and now say ain't looking too bright for the future and it makes you wonder about the strategy of Microsoft with Xbox. That is a stamp of validity. That is something where you cannot downplay. If Forbes is talking about your favorite franchise having issues going forward, something's going to give. You need to buckle up and get ready for what's to come. Now, it is a long term thing, meaning that we're not going to find out this out tomorrow, and we're probably not going to find out by the end of this year what that strategy is. The point is, they're in the phases now of saying what do we do because they probably have had some R&D on a new console.
Right.
There's probably a group right now who are looking at the Xbox Series XL or whatever they want to call the thing. I don't know. There's
Excel's not a
probably
bad name.
it
It's
isn't
not a bad name, Joe.
not a bad name.
Because it's like if
It's
Series
free.
X, you do the XL, you get 8K and stuff. It's not a
Yeah.
bad name. I gotta say.
No.
Yeah.
Series
I mean
XL.
the whole series thing is a dumb
It
like
is.
moniker for the
You got
consoles,
to
but
embrace it at this point.
yeah, exactly. Embrace the silliness of it. Yeah.
You know the Series XL, and then it's like it's big, bad, and powerful. Like and you put hardcore games on it and just go and embrace it. But yeah, like they probably have a group right now to working on that. Same way right now, Sony's been working on the PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
Like there's already been or playing work on that. Nothing's coming out anytime soon. You're looking at close to 2028 probably when we start talking about next gen is what my I would
Proper.
start
Yeah.
assuming, right? Um so my point being is we're so like this is these rumors, we won't find out the fruition of it for a long time. However, I think history will look back on moments like this where we're on video saying I obit I do not see a world where it is not just them radically changing their business model in the sense of probably ending the hardware line and just going completely cloud based. But yeah, we'll find out. I think these rumors are profound.
Yeah. Yeah. And he tracks again with Best Buy getting rid of physical media, including games, right? So something's happening. Like people know, like retailers know what's up, and they're getting ready for it. So yeah, like is getting rid of movies,
Yeah,
and Best Buy is getting rid of movies and games. Like if you want to buy a game physical, you got to order it. So yeah, like something's happening, and they know, retailers know, and
for sure.
they're prepping for it. And there's the leaks from last year about the remodeled Series X without the drive that supposedly launches sometime this year. There's rumors about PS5 Pro coming out this year. Switch, like those, every week there's something new about Switch 2. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that. There's a
yeah.
leak from Game Shark that supposedly they already have a date in September for it. And they're supposedly a Nintendo Direct in a few weeks. Like I think the first week in February or something like that. So things are moving, things are shifting. I think
Yeah.
Nintendo's moving to an all digital console as well. PlayStation with their modular console, they're just prepping you for that, right? We'll get there. Eventually, we'll get there. I think, like honestly speaking, and I know it kind of stinks, but like if it's not like a collector's or special edition game from now on, like starting this year, I think I'm just gonna buy it digital. Like if I like I'm buying Final Fantasy, uh, the deluxe edition, right?
Mhm.
But anything else that comes out this year, like I'm looking to buy Resident Evil Village, right? I'd rather just wait for a sale on PSN and buy it there and not have a disc for it.
Switch, same thing. You're buying your Switch
Switch
games
probably
digital?
same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, we bought a couple of digital games over the holidays um, for the Switch, and I bought I was looking for it on disc, right? But it was like $7 on PSN. The Mega Man X collection. I just wanted 1 through 4. I don't care about the other ones. The other ones are garbage.
Right.
So, 6 is okay. But I just wanted those. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. It's $7. All right, great,
Hmm.
awesome. All right, cool. I got it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. If it's like a big game, and then I'm buying a collect like a deluxe edition or something,
Right.
then I'll get it uh physical. If it's just like a deluxe edition, like for example DMC5, when DMC5 came out, the deluxe is only you get like bonus stuff.
Mm.
Like it doesn't even have it has different box art, but it didn't have anything other than that. But if it's like that, I'll just buy it digital from now on, honestly
Okay.
speaking. So I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
And again, I'm ready to move on. It's tough,
Yeah.
not getting things, in physical media. That's gonna be tougher for me than getting AI Optimus Prime. But I gotta embrace the change. I gotta embrace that change. So,
Sure.
and I'm ready. Clutter. You are gonna be moving soon, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, gonna get start packing all that. It's not fun.
Nope.
Packing is not fun. I hated it.
Nope.
I moved a bunch of times before moving to the house. I'm just glad that I can just be here at least for now. So, and not have
Nice.
to pack anything. So, yeah, man. And I'm actually getting ready to. I over the holidays I cleaned up half of my garage, and I'm
Ah.
getting ready to clean up the other half. And I know I have a big box of DVDs there. A lot of those are gonna go. A lot of
Wow.
those are gotta go. Like
Physical media, man.
a lot of those DVDs gotta go, man. I'm
Wow.
only keeping like a very select few. But what I have in the room here stays because that's like
Hmm.
li- our prime, and I haven't added anything since what No Way Home, probably Dragon Ball superhero.
Yeah.
Um,
I know once Marvel started
yeah,
putting all their stuff on Disney Plus, I was like, I don't have to buy this.
you don't have to buy it anymore.
Um,
Yeah, so yeah, it's again it stinks, but
Mm-hmm.
we gotta embrace it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is what it
totally,
is, right?
totally.
Again, and see if you love it, buy it physical, right? If
Yeah.
it's something, again, like the best example I can always bring is uh the Snyder Cut, right? As soon as it came out on Blu-ray, I went and got a copy because WB can just yank it out and it's gone forever, right? And I can't watch
Yep.
it. So that's the best example I can give you, right? It's like as I did it, is like if you like it and if you like something and you want to support it, go ahead and buy the physical
Oh man,
version.
that reminds me. I didn't even talk about Rebel Moon. If you watch it this weekend, maybe I don't
Okay,
know if
okay,
you are
okay.
plan on it.
Yeah.
If you do, we could talk about it next episode.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it because of the reviews. I was actually hyped for it, and reviews came out, and I was
Yeah,
like, I'd rather watch Gran Turismo. I Gran Turismo.
it was good.
And
Grizz was good.
I actually enjoyed it. So, um, yeah, man. All right, we'll see where this Xbox thing ends up. Again, these are all rumors, but we've talked about it in the past. It could happen. Like I don't know, Joe. Joe Nolotime's been known for actually nailing our predictions. So unlike other YouTubers,
Yeah.
so
Well, we don't have to put fake news out there. We've been around enough to know how the industry moves. And so we're not making wild baseless predictions based on how we feel. It's based on what we've seen and what we can anticipate. We can admit when we're wrong. I mean, Obed, you might be eating a pizza with pineapple if Disney is not sold this year. That's what you put. I have it written. It is written.
oh no,
You said. Well,
oh,
I'm pulling it up
oh
right now.
no, no, no. But
One
to
another
Apple
one. Obed
though,
will eat a shrimp. If Sony doesn't make an acquisition between now, which at the time was September, and
in
March of
March.
2024. You also said if there's not at least an announcement of a deal between Apple and Disney, or just Disney in general being sold, you know, pineapple on pizza this year. So you got till December
Oh, bro,
31st, 2024.
bro.
Came out with some big predictions, man.
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
ones that we'll see. We put put your mouth where your words are.
I will, and
You stand behind yourself.
I'm
You feel
a
that.
man of my word. I don't have to squirm around. You know, I'm
You still
at
think by March there's gonna be a big acquisition with Sony?
from Sony. Well, now that these guys are going third party, more than likely they're just gonna sit back and watch the ship go down.
Get that shrimp ready.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Hey, you know what?
Oh, that reminds me. I got the picture. I got to post.
Oh, yeah, you do. My
Maybe I'll
ne-
clip this and put that as the picture.
my
It'll be good.
nemesis. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Joe.